I am the chronicler. I shall record your adventures in my book of legends. Tell me of your deeds.
Damn! I can hear that hissing everywhere. I can't take it anymore.
Everybody count on yourself.
What are you doing? You're just gonna run off like that. That don't sound good. Shit. Shit. That ain't good. Would you please stop shooting the damn dead one? Duster. Damn Duster. Gold? No. This looks dangerous. Slow fall pushing. That speed potion's like on a slow fall potion? What? Okay, well shit. Huh. Shooting shit. Shit. Scared the shit out of me. I just went in panic mode and started pressing the mouse button. It looked like it saved me. No, I ain't been in a room with no golems. Because there's nothing looting here. Oh, this room with the water. Yeah, this is the water with the water. How did you get here? I've been waiting for you to return from the front gate. I managed to find the tunnels hollowed out by crawlers. I turned that they had been a steep slope. Maybe that's why when you missed Kessel, they went after you a while ago. I met them, but I'm the only one who made it back here. It won't be necessary. I met them, but I'm the only one who made it back here. What do you mean? What happened? Kessel Marcus threw himself in a heap of gold in the vault. Doris, there was nothing we could do about it, so we should prepare our companions better to expedition creatures. What about the rest? Destiny and I were trying to get through the crawler tunnels. So terrified and panicked, he ran right into himself. I don't describe. Very powerful, necessary. Everyone else. Catherine lost control of himself when he realized he couldn't wield the sword. I tried to put him out, but he stayed in the team. He needed to think about it with more faith in his heart. I also wanted to catch him on this move. I don't blame him. I thought even a master's great faith could break down after these events. We can only pray for the light and mind for him. He faces the battle with himself. One must be alone. Marvin, I'm sure you did everything you could to save them. This cursed place we should never have come down. The legends were true. Anyone who comes here only face death and suffering. What about our mission? What about peace? Or did you manage to find the sword? I found the Peacemaker. It works, so they'll hope maybe we can finally commence Mordor. Let me just call you return. Please show me to me for a moment. So it's beautiful, very different from what I expected. Matter of fact, God knows since my hands I feel that I could get it. Take it. We need to get to the Council of Water as fast as possible. Later I get it together and got here. We came. We shouldn't risk our lives. After my absence, I had been in camp for hours and Kessel and finally struck somebody that took the people with him. Quarters around the camp have already been declared, so we found a lot of old records, quite a few valuables, a lot of it's completely rubble. I think we shouldn't have to factor the same for what Senator heard us. And of a gift for the family for those who had ever seen the light again. The peace proves the joy. I'm dead one dragon, one after another here. I'm afraid we don't get out here soon. We'll join those souls wandering around. Let's get out of here. Our men have worked tirelessly in front of us, we should be ready. I mentioned something about not planning to go through without you. Huh.
Look who showed up. Our great adventurer. You're the one who dragged us here, and you're the one who's going to get us out now.
After all, the footbridge is ready. We can get out at any time.
Nobody walks on it until you've made sure it's safe. We're not going to stick our necks out anymore so you can run around in your ruins.
Step back, I'll show you how it's done.
Not so fast. We're not leaving here without the promised treasures. Take this crate. If you cross the entire bridge with a loaded crate, the rest of us can cross it safely with small gifts, too.
You see, I'm on the other side, safe and sound. Your bridge is more stable than you thought. Gather up everything of value and let's get out of here.
Jerk off.
This place has been closed for so many years for a reason. We need to make sure no one ever comes here again.
What are you talking about?
I will stay behind, block the gate, and collapse the passage. Duster had some powder kegs with him and showed me how to use them.
Kessel was left inside.
I will wait here for him until I have enough supplies. If I have more supplies, it will be too late for him.
you do that.
You're right. We need to shut this place down.
Thank you, friend. It was my greatest honor to fight by your side.
Huh. We need to get to a monastery as soon as possible. What about Council? Are you going to leave him here like this? I sent a ghost of light we found here on the neighborhood illuminate to show him the way out. I was going to make it all. I don't understand something more, but we can't save her. And just your entirely up to you personally. One time at a time, we got you. Sometimes it's simple the will I know. So yeah, alright, let's go.
Here, let it serve you.
It's more comfortable than I thought.
Oh wow.
When it was new, it must have provided really amazing protection. I don't know if I'll stick with my current armor for now. But either way, thanks a lot, Stone.
Sure. Anything for you, buddy. Who knows? Maybe some collector in town will buy it back from you for a good sum. The next time someone asks me to reinforce an antique armor, I won't hesitate, but will immediately answer sure and get to work.
What am I wearing? Ooh, it's not that great, actually. Army of God, 190. Yeah, it's really not that great. Is it better than? No, actually,
Teach me.
Sure?
Oh, can't see shit. We need to see if there's anyone dead in the square. Oh shit. The wolf sons, what are they doing here?
We meet again, Arvin. I must say, you've made quite a fuss with your expedition.
You guys know each other? What is this all about? Why did you bring an entire army with you?
Good old water mages. Rest assured, I am too a follower of Adanus. No harm will come to you. But unfortunately, I cannot allow you to interfere with my plans. Marvin, I suppose you have something that belongs to me. This time you gave it to me.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Are you trying to make an idiot of yourself or me? Neither scenario improves your situation. I think it's obvious that I came for the same thing that brought you to this place. Peacemaker will belong to me.
You have not been able to get to Peacemaker. That's a whole army with him, so I don't think we have much of a choice but to give him the sword.
Here you are. The Peacemaker has belonged to your family for centuries. It's time for it to return to you.
Marvin, don't do it! The Peacemaker must be taken to a monastery. It's the only way to finally get the mages to stop Yushra's madness.
Calm down, Mage. Volker is just a pawn on the great political chessboard. His reckless and aggressive actions have no place on Archolos. Marvin, you made the right decision.
Wow, it didn't blow up.
A magnificent blade worthy of an island ruler. But...
You were right. The sword is indeed meant for you. When Kessel tried to draw it, he was frozen to the bone.
don't compare me to just any farmhand. I am the heir of Wolfsack, the leader of the Wolf Sons, and the only legitimate protector of this island.
My people have been loyal to Adanos for centuries. A peacemaker is my destiny.
You've proven to be more useful than I thought. Unfortunately, this is where your adventure ends. I appreciate your cooperation, but I cannot risk you or your companions interfering with my plans in any way. You will be taken to the dungeon in the Wolf's Den.
What?
Prepare to march. You get everyone else out of the ruins. You will lead them all to the dungeons in the Den. If they will try to escape, kill them.
Weren't you the one who went down into the mine to get John?
Yeah, so what?
You're the reason John's dead. You murdered him there in cold blood.
Well, Ulrich said that you must be brought to the dungeons, but unfortunately you were foolish enough to run away.
Get the message to the mages. They need to know about this. No. Oh, wow.
How did you get here?
Riordian? Where is Riordian?
What do you mean, where? You went on that crazy expedition with you. What happened out there? Why did you suddenly appear here?
The corridors of Vardhal turned out to be full of the undead and traps. Only a handful of us survived.
What did you expect? Going to a cursed fortress that has been abandoned for decades? Such places are concentrations of Belial's forces. What about Kessel and Riordian? Are they dead too?
They're both alive. Or at least they were when I last saw them. We managed to find the chapel behind the vault in the ruins. It was there among the piles of gold and other antiques, on an ornate scale, that the Peacemaker, the sword of legends for which we set out, was laid out.
Have you found the Peacemaker? It's impossible. We all thought it was just a legend. Let me see it.
That might be a problem. When we left the ruins, Ulrich was already waiting for us with his army. He demanded the sword and threatened to kill all of us. We didn't have much room for negotiation, having dozens of crossbows aimed at us.
By Adanos. Ulrich. One could have guessed. Vardhal is the ruins of the Wolf Sun's stronghold. He certainly didn't want outsiders disturbing the resting place of his ancestors. And after all, the Peacemaker belongs to him by the right of succession. But the army and threats? It's not like him. I always thought of him as a calm and composed man. All this still doesn't explain how you suddenly found yourself in the middle of our chapel. What else happened there?
It was Riordian who saved. Ulrich had left some of his men to escort us to the dungeons. These men, however, had an entirely different idea. They drew their weapons and were about to attack us, but Riordian used some sort of spell at the last moment, and I found myself here.
He had just become a mage, and managed to teleport another person? Adanos must indeed have bestowed upon him considerable grace. Hopefully, he helped him in this situation as well, and Riordian is somewhere.
Kessel, after finding the Peacemaker, tried to draw it. It didn't end. As soon as he raised the sword, an icy wave came out, severely wounding him. More than his body, however, his spirit was...
What do you mean by that?
Kessel broke down completely. He believed that he would be the one to wield the Peacemaker. He wanted to take revenge and bring peace to the island. When he realized it wasn't him the sword was meant for, I saw the emptiness in his...
Arrogant Kessel! How dare he even hope that a mere mortal would be able to wield an artifact of Adanos? Instead of being a humble tool in the hands of his god, through his hubris, he brought himself to the same end as all fanatics of Innos and Beliar.
Where is the prior? He must know about finding the sword. He wanted his miracle. He got it. How many more good men have to die for you to finally intervene? The usurer must finally be punished for his crime.
The prior unfortunately cannot accommodate you at this. Last night his health deteriorated considerably. He is unable to move or speak.
Why don't you just give him the potion he confiscated from me and Riordan?
Unfortunately, lad, I fear it is a disease for which no cure helps. Adanos had already been very kind to him in terms of longevity and health anyway. The prior must now, above all, rest. And it remains for us to pray for the intercession of our Lord. Let me ask you one more thing. When you were talking about the Peacemaker, you mentioned some kind of scale it was put on. Do you happen to have it with you? Merciful Adanos. This item is definitely older than the entire Volfsack ruins. I must check something. Marvin, follow me.
Ingolf, will you finally explain to us what this is?
Finish your prayer, brother, and come to my chamber. Looks like we're just about to make a breakthrough.
Alright, let's see where this plays out. Where's he going? Oh, where'd he go to? Oh, where did he just disappear to? Something about the scales. Sounds like a Viking name.
Somewhere among my books should be a creation called The Might of Balance. It's been many years since I read it, and I don't know where I might have put it, but I'm sure you'll find something useful in it. I'll take another look at the reading that tells the history of the island. When I learned of your expedition, I began to peruse these old chronicles out of curiosity. They suggest that the truth about the Peacemaker may be quite different than everyone assumed.
Disappeared. There you go. Light of balance. What am I supposed to do? I am for search for the reflect time of the might of balance. I found the might balance.
Hey, you. I have your book.
Great! Show it to me. Amazing. For so many years, no one has come up with this. How could we have been so blind?
So, will you finally enlighten me?
It seems that the Peacemaker is not a sword at all. One of the translators of the first written history of the island of Archolos made a mistake. The original text says that the rulers of ancient Archolos kept the peace through the ancestral blade and the Peacemaker, which gave the power to extinguish the fighting spirit in the hearts of the staunchest opponents. and to bring about true justice and balance among men. The word then disappeared from some translation, and subsequent studies and emerging legends have only reinforced this view. Thus, the Ancestral Blade and the Peacemaker for future generations became one and the same object. Think for yourself how much better the story sounds where the sword is the Peacemaker. At least that's my theory. That would agree with the story you told us. No wonder the sword and the scales were right next to each other. To the rulers of the fortress, these were two equally important artifacts. However, this extraordinary scale requires decades of meticulous research to be able to say anything more about it, let alone know the secrets of how it works. However, one thing is certain. Under no circumstances should we allow it to fall into the wrong hands, or even worse, to be covered with rubble again. Marvin, I know the Peacemaker have just been taken from you, but I have to ask you to leave that scale with us. I have no material reward to compensate you for its value, but I am sure that Adanos himself will thank you for this gesture.
Okay. Take it.
Archmage, forgive the interruption, but I have a very urgent message. The signal tower is on fire.
What? What do you mean? Do you have any information on what might have happened?
No, Archmage. As soon as we saw the light and the smoke, I immediately came to relay the information.
We have to check it out.
But, Notcher, the Prior has expressly ordered.
The Prior told us to wait for a sign. I think we've had enough of them today. First his indisposition, then the discovery of the truth about the Peacemaker, and now the signal from the tower. Who knows if it wasn't the orcs themselves who tried to approach Silba? Marvin, you've had the opportunity to travel around the island a lot lately, and I haven't left the walls of the Order for a good few years. Will you come with me?
Are you finally going to intervene in the outside world?
I humbly admit it. You and many of the young mages were right. For too long we have sat locked away in our safe monastery. We have allowed iniquity to run rampant on this island. I'm sure now that Adanos wants us to restore...
Does that mean you'll make sure the Usurer gets
You have my word. If this man is guilty of all the offenses you accuse him of, then the deserved punishment will not pass him by.
Notker, I see that I will not dissuade you from this idea, but I trust that you do so in accordance with the will of Adanos. Now you are the greatest among us, and I dare not give you orders. But please let me be the one to go with Marvin to the signal. It is your responsibility to take care of the monastery, and prepare the mages in case the worst happens. We can't risk anything happening. I hope you don't have to use them, but do accept these healing potions. If you still need to prepare your equipment before the journey, you'll find the necessary instruments in the monastery square. I'll be here waiting for you. It's obvious.